Hey, what's going on, traders? So this is watch this video for Wednesday, January 8th. Let me start off by saying we have our next free webinar. We haven't done a free webinar in a long time. We scheduled it for Thursday, day after tomorrow. So if you are watching this video from an email, the information is going to be in the email. If you're watching it from our website, the information is going to be down below. And I'll try to put it in the description on the actual YouTube page as well down below this video. Hopefully I won't forget that, but you can always shoot me an email too. But you got to get registered to attend. I actually think this could be one of the most game-changing webinars for people that have been watching our webinars, and we get a lot of positive feedback from most of them. But if you're a struggling trader at all, I actually think this one might be the most important one we've ever done. So please join us. If you can't make it, still get registered, and then you'll get an email with the link to watch it later. All right, so either way, try to click the link wherever you can find it and get registered. All right, so let's start off with the SPY. The SPY closed at 322.73, kind of a quiet. Look how narrow. Let me zoom in a little bit. Look how narrow the range was versus yesterday. Now, having said all that, it's trading right now as I'm talking at 318.16. So I don't know, somewhere around here, down below 20-day and all that. I think some missile launches at a U.S. base or something in Iraq from Iran. So who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? Some stocks going crazy in after hours, gold stocks, oil stocks, and that sort of thing. So anyway, we'll see. Well, I think there'll be plenty to trade tomorrow. Let's see where we are. Always proud of the group in the chat. Before I go into the watch list for tomorrow, always proud of the group in the chat, because when you look at something like Beyond, BYND, that was called, I think it was Nathan Z put that on our radar and came out with the idea through 77. I'm showing you the daily candle here. Imagine that. 77, and it went to 84.88. But it's always cool to see some of the big movers of the day. Almost always, someone in our room is on it and found a trade in it. You could make the same argument for Tesla. Wayne called this through 462 today. It went to it went up almost $10 from there. CEI. I gave the call over this little cup and handle at 275. Actually, gave the idea. I said over 275, it might squeeze. We had the high of day just above, and then if you pan out using 60-minute candles, there's that 275 area. We had this 310, I think it hit. Yeah, back here on December 11th. So we had another potential catalyst above. And actually, this thing's trading at 378 right now in after hours. So, you know, a lot of good stuff in chat today, and a lot of the big movers, as is often the case, we were part of. All right, so anyway, what are we watching for tomorrow? Let's go to the daily. HEPA is interesting to me, a little bit obscure. It was on the gap playlist today, never gave any kind of a setup. But ever since this big move back here, came back down and really going sideways below 60. Had the gap up today. I certainly loved it if it would have broken the high of day, but it didn't. I thought it might rip through 6. And only a little bit of extra volume. So I don't love this one, and there's going to be plenty to trade in other spaces. So I do want to put that on your radar, though. SDC. Big spike yesterday, quiet inside day today. I really need this to take out today's high tomorrow, and then I might get long looking for a test and maybe a breakout above yesterday's high. AQMS had this big spike back here, kind of flagged, and another big spike, and really topped out right at $1. So I love this through $1 because there's another potential catalyst of $1.10 right here on this big volume day. So that one's interesting to me. Rite Aid goes back on bounce watch. This thing has not broken its early high in the afternoon. In other words, we have no afternoon breakouts, I don't think, since maybe it was 24 or close to 24, wherever it got to. So I'm interested in that. If we get an early sell-off, I might be looking for a whole number flush entry too. So it's kind of a couple possible different ways to play that one. That's RAD. NIO. It's been really strong, and you got these 2 nasty days in a row. I might also be looking for an afternoon breakout, or maybe, you know, downside shape and below the whole number 3 right there at the 20-day, right? And kind of retesting the bottom of its range since the gap up. So there's like 2 possibilities of the way I'd play NIO. Yuma, I got on bounce watch, oil and gas play. gapped up, and now we've got 3 red days in a row. Bit of a bottoming tail today, but we'll see what happens in the morning. It's trading all the way up at 492 right now in after hours. So I like it as a bounce play anyway, but now that it's gapping, I actually, it's still interesting to me, but we'll see. I'm not in love with it. SAVA, strongest stock in the world, and then 2 kind of ugly days. Maybe it's ready for a bounce. You could argue it already had an intraday bounce today. No trades in it today, but it goes on watch for tomorrow. DPW, this one actually had some good news, I think, back here and then again here, but then right back into the range, and it attempted another pop today. I don't know if they still consider this one a Bitcoin stock or not, but definitely want to watch it. I like the chart. I like this spike up to 248, and then today it hit 230. Certainly over 230, that one comes into range for a possible next catalyst just above, so we're going to watch that one. CEI, I already talked about it. Let me zoom in because you can't tell anything. This chart's so compressed. There you go. Topped out today at 325. Again, doesn't matter much because it's trading at 375 right now, but we'll see if it gives us one of our intraday A+ setups. I already talked about BYND also. Massive move today. Great heads up by Nathan Z. Maybe a red to green tomorrow, but because it's got great support below now and then this big volume spike, I'd love to see, consolidate for a few days and then give us a nice secondary play, but sometimes the very next day you get another move, so we're going to watch that one. I think there's a lot of shorts in that name. And then lastly, I'm throwing AZRX on watch. Let me pan out a little bit so you can get a better view. Nice pop today, closing well off its highs, but decent volume. So that's it. We'll add gappers to the list as well, and who knows what the market's going to be by the time we wake up tomorrow. But there should be plenty to watch, and I do like some of these charts. So, we'll see you in chat in the morning.